Why is lavender called lavender? Very few people ever ask that question. The answer takes us on a journey more than 2,000 years into the past, through ancient gardens, lost civilizations, and forgotten manuscripts. Few plants are as familiar as lavender, a fragrance recognized around the world. Purple flowers covering hillsides every summer. Generations have appreciated the traditional uses that made this remarkable plant one of the most beloved in history. Much less familiar is the story behind the name. Where did the word lavender come from? Who first cultivated this extraordinary plant? Finding the answer means looking far beyond modern lavender fields. The search begins with clues uncovered by archaeologists. Ancient manuscripts reveal forgotten knowledge. Beautiful Persian gardens open the next chapter. Ancient Egyptian temples preserve more secrets. Roman villas continue the story. Silent medieval monasteries protect the final pieces of the puzzle. Every plant has a story. Lavender began telling that story long before most people would imagine. Searching for the origin of such an ancient plant may sound simple. Many people imagine digging into the soil and discovering a few ancient seeds. Archaeology rarely works that way. Lavender leaves almost no trace behind. Delicate flowers disappear quickly. Essential oils slowly fade away. Tiny seeds become extremely difficult to recognize after thousands of years. Every excavation becomes an investigation. Even the smallest discovery can change our understanding. A single grain of pollen preserved beneath the soil. Traces of aromatic oils inside an ancient ceramic vessel. A damaged manuscript. A forgotten description written by a physician more than 2,000 years ago. Small discoveries like these allow researchers to rebuild a story stretching across thousands of years. One civilization alone cannot claim that story. The entire Mediterranean became part of the journey. Most botanists believe the genus Lavandula originated around the Mediterranean basin. Wild species still grow naturally across the region today. Sunny hillsides, rocky landscapes, dry climates, perfect conditions where lavender evolved long before human civilization appeared. Then everything changed. Lavender refused to remain in one place. Like many aromatic plants, the journey slowly expanded. Merchant ships, caravans, explorers. Ancient trade routes carried the plant across the known. Egypt left behind magnificent monuments. Greece taught the world how to observe nature. One remarkable scholar changed the history of botany forever. The name was Theophrastus, a student of Aristotle. Modern science still remembers him as the father of botany. For the first time, plants were studied for more than their practical uses. Understanding became the goal. Careful observation, comparison, classification, a completely new way of looking at the natural world. Aromatic herbs had already become part of everyday life throughout Greece. Homes filled with natural fragrances. Religious ceremonies often included fragrant plants. Carefully tended gardens appeared across the Greek world. Lavender slowly earned a place among the most valued aromatic herbs. Rome transformed lavender into a familiar plant across much of the ancient world. The Roman Empire connected enormous territories. Ships and caravans carried much more than people and merchandise. Ideas traveled. Knowledge spread. Seeds crossed borders. Spices reached distant lands. Aromatic plants followed the same routes. Now the journey finally brings us back to the question from the beginning. Why is lavender called lavender? Most scholars believe the name comes from the Latin verb lavare, a simple word meaning to wash. One word immediately brings another image to mind. The Roman baths. Thousands of people gathered there every single day. Public baths offered much more than cleanliness. Daily life unfolded inside those great buildings. Politics, business, conversation, relaxation. Fragrant water became part of the experience. Absolute certainty remains impossible. No evidence proves exactly how widely lavender was used inside Roman baths. One fact remains clear. Romans deeply appreciated aromatic plants. Pleasant fragrances surrounded many aspects of daily life, especially among wealthy families. A single Latin word may have survived almost unchanged for 2,000 years. Lavare, lavender. During the Roman period, remarkable authors such as Pliny the Elder and Dioscorides began collecting and preserving botanical knowledge. Their writings survived the fall of an empire. Medieval monks copied those pages by hand. Apothecaries studied them. Botanists continued learning from them for centuries. Thanks to those ancient works, lavender became more than a fragrant plant. A permanent place in written history had finally been secured. The fall of the Roman Empire changed Europe forever. Cities slowly emptied. Great libraries disappeared. An enormous part of the ancient world came close to being lost. Behind the quiet walls of monasteries, however, knowledge survived. Wars and invasions reshaped the world outside. Monks patiently copied ancient manuscripts, page after page, year after year. Their dedication allowed countless works of antiquity to survive the centuries. Another place became just as important as the monastery library, the Hortus Simplicium, often called the Garden of Simples. A modest garden where valuable medicinal and aromatic plants were carefully cultivated. Beauty was never the main purpose. Learning came first. Observation, experimentation, knowledge passed from one generation to the next. Sage grew there, rosemary, fennel, and, of course, lavender. Every plant found a place inside beautifully illustrated medieval herbals. Those remarkable manuscripts still reveal the deep connection between people and the natural world. Turning those ancient pages feels like traveling through time. Every illustration, every handwritten note, every careful observation, each one reminds us how deeply these plants had become part of medieval life. Lavender was no longer simply an aromatic herb. A permanent place had been earned within European culture. Toward the end of the 8th century, one ruler understood the importance of plants better than almost anyone else. His name was Charlemagne. Throughout his reign, cultivation of many useful plants was encouraged across the empire. A remarkable document known as the Capitulaire de Villiers listed the species expected to grow in the imperial estates. Food production was only one goal. Preserving botanical knowledge from the ancient world mattered just as much. Aromatic herbs continued spreading through monasteries, castles, gardens across Europe. Lavender found a permanent home among them. Hardy, fragrant, perfectly suited to the dry landscapes of the Mediterranean. A wild plant had become a familiar companion. What makes lavender so special? Why has the fragrance remained instantly recognizable for thousands of years? The answer lies inside the tiny flowers. Microscopic glands produce a remarkably complex blend of aromatic compounds. Two names stand above the rest. Linalool, linylyl acetate. Together they create the fresh, floral, and herbal scent recognized around the world. Nature never created those aromas for human enjoyment. Protection came first. Pollinating insects needed attraction. Survival depended on adapting to the environment. One fascinating thought remains. A fragrance now associated with peace and relaxation began as a product of evolution over millions of years. Nature created the formula. Humanity simply learned to appreciate the result. From that moment on, lavender never disappeared from human history. Monastery gardens welcomed the plant. Renaissance estates cultivated new varieties. Apothecaries carefully stored the fragrant flowers. Beautiful illustrated herbals preserved the knowledge. Medieval marketplaces offered bundles of dried lavender alongside many other herbs. Every generation discovered a new purpose. Some admired the beauty. Others valued the fragrance used in perfumes and aromatic oils. Many families simply enjoyed the fresh scent filling their homes. Civilizations changed. Kingdoms rose and fell. Traditions evolved. Lavender remained. Quietly, patiently, almost as though the plant had chosen to travel through history beside humanity. Imagine asking 100 people what lavender represents today. Most answers would probably sound the same. A beautiful fragrance. Purple fields in Provence. Summer. Relaxation. History tells a much greater story. No single civilization can claim lavender. No single nation owns the journey. Ancient trade routes carried the plant across the Mediterranean. Persian gardens welcomed the fragrance. Greek scholars expanded botanical knowledge. Roman culture spread the name across an empire. Medieval monasteries preserved both the plant and the ancient writings. Generation after generation passed the story forward. Perhaps that is the greatest gift lavender offers. Far more than a pleasant fragrance. A living reminder of the relationship between humanity and nature. The next time a field of lavender appears before your eyes, perhaps something different will come to mind. An ancient Persian garden where water flowed through quiet channels. A Greek scholar carefully studying an unfamiliar plant. A medieval monk patiently illustrating lavender inside a handwritten manuscript. An archaeologist uncovering one tiny clue after centuries of silence. A forgotten story coming back to life. Lavender is far more than a plant. An invisible thread connecting distant civilizations. A living memory. A bridge between the ancient world and our own. Today marked only the first page of our ancient herbarium. The journey continues in the next episode. Another plant. Another civilization. Another forgotten story. Every herb protects a secret. Our journey has only just begun. If you enjoy exploring the hidden history of plants and ancient civilizations, let me know in the comments. Your thoughts may inspire the next journey through the ancient herbarium.